The Steph injury has not changed the way I look at the season at all.
But if they couldn't
do that.
No, I'm going against me. If they couldn't do it or get their groove back with him, what's he going to be tonight without him? And I'm going to say this, the end of that Maverick game, had that thing been 90 more seconds, it would have been problems.
So an older team's having trouble holding on late in
Jordan
games.
Poole's not old. Kevon Looney's
right.
not old. Dante DiVincenzo is not old.
Anybody but the stars. Blame anybody but the stars.
So funny.
You know, again, I do believe that there's just signs. I truly believe that there's stuff that happens and things you can. And I'm just telling you, before the season started, I thought there was trouble brewing.
Just before or after the punch?
Before, even. Because you had Draymond, his contract.
All right.
At that point, Bob Myers wasn't a story, but he had a contract that he didn't have. Draymond Green, obviously. Klay Thompson was a mess at the start of the year because he was being selfish and was only thinking about himself.
Then they had a team meeting.
Okay.
They took
was that
off.
after the punch or before?
That was after the punch.
Okay. Draymond is in a contract year.
Well,
that's a factor.
Let's talk about that.
Andrew
because
Wiggins
he has not been a
just
sideshow.
got paid.
Draymond has
Maybe
not
that
been a
has
sideshow.
something to do with it. Jordan Poole got paid. See, we always run to other teams to point out, hey, they paid Poole too soon. Maybe he got paid. Maybe he feels like he got paid. He arrived. What if that's the case? They paid Poole too soon.
Or they paid him out of pity because of what happened with Draymond Green. This is not the same Jordan Poole that I said I've never seen a metamorphosis like this in the league. Something's going on, but it's not effort. And maybe he'll be that guy they can count on. But when you say he's not a number one like you did earlier, that was like it's cold water in my face because I know he'll never be a number one on this team. But when he has the ball in his hands, and he had it last year, Steiny, I was like, this is a star in the making. And for whatever reason, that is not translated this season. Sometimes he's out there like he's in dress shoes. His balance is off. He's going too fast. And now you're telling me he's a 30% shooter from three-point land? Okay. You're saying all that because he got paid?
Maybe.
No, I'm not. And Draymond,
you haven't heard of a guy,
I got to give Draymond credit.
You haven't heard of a guy in a contract year? I mean, contract year is what people talk about all the time. Maybe Poole knew he was out of contract year last year. That's why he was so good.
But, well, again, I've never had a contract year. I would put more pressure on myself, and maybe you short circuit because you're putting so much on yourself to try to, do your best. But Draymond Green, that's not an agenda because he's been I know the stats won't back me up, but the motor and when was the last time he put out a podcast? I mean, nothing has been a sideshow from him, man. Except and you could say, "Goo, that's after the punch," but other than that, I got to give him credit, man. And what, being a professional or a leader, I'm gonna sign off on that.
They've all done,
and yet they're one game over 500.
I mean, to me, it feels like the point is because they are championship players, any slippage is going to be an issue. And it feels like there's I just don't. I got to see this team play 10 good weeks of basketball without getting hurt, playing deep. And I'm sorry. I know they did it last year.
And that means so much. I know.
Well, you know what? Let's put the round on the table. They got fortunate last year.
But they earned that fortune with the start.
Of course they earned it. Right. But they got fortunate. All right?
And they capitalized. They won it all.
And that was last year when everything fell into place.
No doubt.
Now they're older. I love this. It's only 1 year. I know. It's only 1 year, but it's the NBA. And 1 year can be a long time.
But you're my partner. You're not saying they're done.
Well,
you got to be feeling good about your bet. You're not happy Curry got And this was before
I think they're
Curry
done
got
winning
hurt.
titles,
You
yes.
think, wow, man.
Of course.
But you were done last year. We just talked about it, and
so
they've proven you
was
wrong.
Joe Lacob and Bob Myers, essentially. The title listen, here's the way I look at it. They did not think they were going to win a title last year, okay? They thought they'd win a couple rounds, and then at the end of last year, had they not won the title, they could have looked at the team and said, well, how do we get back on top? But they won it last year. All credit to them. Okay, so now what do you do? What do you do now that you win it? Guess what? You have to re-sign Poole. You had to re-sign Wiggins. If you want to keep it together, okay.
But those were smart decisions.
Why? Both of them are having down years. Why were they smart decisions?
Because
what if they're both fat and happy?
Yeah, okay.
Seriously.
I don't think that to be the case.
Of course not, because they're warriors.
No, but we're not all the way through for you to be able to put that, because that's heavy, and you may end up being right, but my friend, we are months from that, Steiny. Wiggins is not. So Wiggins is sick, Matt.
Okay.
And was he playing great before? No.
You don't know he's sick any more than I know that it was a contract year.
Okay.
We're both guessing. We're both guessing.
Where his career was at, I'm going to say he didn't have that moxie to know, oh, I can put it all together. I'm a playoff Steph and everybody else and have one of my greatest years and be counted on. I don't think he had that at his disposal. He had a great playoff run.
Right.
And everybody was, there were some whispers, offensive, defensive, all around. Is he your best player? I just feel like he is it's just like a bad dream of, now it's physical, but early on it was like, okay, maybe I am coasting back to K-Wig, but the coasting's over, because if they're going to qualify for the play-in and survive this Steph Curry, however many games, Wiggins has to be your best player. It starts tonight, Matt. This version that we got, it ain't good enough. Steph comes back, you might be 12th. People think I'm playing like Curry was here and we're one game over 500.
What are you playing with what?
It's real. It starts tonight with OKC. Why you're smirking like Batman?
Because you think everything's like the biggest high school game of the year. Oh, it's homecoming Friday.
No.
It's like, that's not the NBA.
To win 5 in a row, you got to win 1. To win 8 in a row, you got to win 2. It starts tonight, man.
Okay. No, it started Saturday. They won Saturday.
But did they really?
Yes.
The morale in that locker room and those post-game interviews and even the post-game with Bonte
I thought they were championship pedigree.
Well, yeah, but you're wondering how injured your brother
it's
is.
Fine.
Well, they didn't know.
Well, they should be used
and they still don't know. Brandon Payne gave me confidence.
Let me throw this at you. Does this matter at all? I'm going to give you some numbers. 31, 13, 60, 9, 18, and 25. That's how many games Steph's missed for the last 6 years.
Okay. And in those 6 years, he's got 4 titles.
That's right.
Okay.
Why? Because the team around him, as great as he was better than it is now.
I'll give you that.
So,
but we're robbing this team because you're judging them on paper of having that lever or the others.
Right.
I mean, what did we talk about all year? And I'm holding on like Van Gundy to Alonzo Mourning's leg to this stat. I don't even know what it is, but I know they're top 3 plus minus with their starters. Okay.
Which play 10 minutes a game.
I got you. But now, okay, who's coming in? Dante. Who's coming in? Kuminga. That's your 7 and Poole 8 if you're all healthy. Like right then and there, what are we really talking about? Like that's what you're going to battle with.
That's not enough as far as I'm concerned. Because they're not the same guys as last year.
So you really think that they can't take it up a notch? Collectively, each individual.
I don't think they can take it up a notch to win the title. No,
Steiny. Denver's going to have to beat them 4 out of 7. We're not talking about Jokic. I'm just using them as an example. We're talking about Michael Porter Jr. How's your back? Murray, night in, night out. I'm not saying they can't do it, but is anybody out there saying that the Warriors are so done and sloppy around the stomach area and out of shape that they can't? No, Like, I feel like I've seen this movie before, and it's like Jordan's Bulls. They get bored. And then with the 49ers with Montana, they do it a different way. You think, oh, maybe this. And then the playoffs start, and everything is just smooth.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that just makes me laugh. It does.